So, what was your experience of the block removal and afterwards?
Yes, for my block, I definitely had a little bit of pow there in the session, when myself talked to myself and kind of called me out on some of my bullshit. So that came back later that night. I woke up a couple of times, I think, um, thinking about things that were related. Um, Not exactly the same, but if you say you're doing something and you keep saying to yourself you're doing something, but then you never do anything, um, you're not, right? So that was kind of my scenario. I had both a business one and a couple of relationship ones that I felt like, well, I'm working on this. It's on my to-do list. I'm going to do it, but I had it on my to-do list first quarter of this year, and here we are, third quarter of this year, and I've done absolutely nothing. So that's where I was going, well, um, you're blocked, right?
Mm.
You're 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 clearly not working. This is a business relationship, to get a little bit more specific, where we didn't have a good contract in the beginning and we had a falling out, and it needs to be rectified. I mean,
Mm.
there's financial and ownership issues that have to be sorted. We both know that, but he's not coming to the table, and my attempts to bring him to the table aren't successful so far. So I had kind of a plan and a strategy, but it's not comfortable, to confront, and I'm not a confrontational person. So I need to get over that block to go ahead and get to the other side of doing the confrontation, resolving it one way or the other, and
Mm.
I'll feel better. So that was one of my things that both I kind of thought about in general. You're not doing some of the things you say you're going to do. And then that one woke me up going, this has got to be the last time I get woken up by this one. So I still haven't actually scheduled the meeting, but I've made the contact to begin the process. Um, so that was one block. The other one, I think I had mentioned, to love and be loved came up, pretty strongly. Um, I took your advice from another one of your emails and I started to make the list. Uh, their three-part list.
Mm.
So, and that's in the master class. I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but you know, uh, envisioning your ideal partner is kind of a cool thing that you do, and I haven't executed on it. So I did. I actually wrote some things down.
Awesome.
And then the other part of that was another relationship is my daughters, and that because of distance and time can be there's nothing bad, but it can be left to languish. And I made new attempts to say, well, if I want to love and be loved, I need to initiate, you know, uh, actively doing things with them, understanding their love languages more, better, doing something about that, and expressing my feelings to them. So
Awesome.
I just scratched the surface on starting that. But we have a trip coming up where I'll be able to be with one of them. So those are things that came out of that session that I started to work on because I'm procrastinating. I mean, that was basically my block. I'm not doing what I'm saying going to do. So I
Mhm.
started.